Welcome student, welcome to our YouTube channel Chemistry Table. We already completed previous first and second chapter for class 10 ICSE examination, and our ongoing chapter is chapter 3 acids, bases and salts. It is the part 2 video. So if you want to get a very good mark, that is the full marks in theory 80 out of 80, then this YouTube channel is suitable for you, because the main motto of this YouTube channel is to provide crystal clear concept for ICSE class 10 and complete each and every word, each and every concept that based on ICSE class 10 board. So if you are there, cover all the part, make your own note and revise to secure the full marks in chemistry class 10 board examination. So prepare the previous chapter 1, 2 as well as this chapter, and I'll complete all the chapters of chemistry for class 10 examination, as well as we will going to start question bank series that I will discuss later. So today I am going to start the part 2 video of the acid, bases and salt. In the part 1 video I discussed the base. The base means not this base, basic concept. In part 1 I discussed the basic concept of this chapter. If you don't watch this part 1, first watch the part 1 video, because if your base is weak, then in this chapter you cannot understand the all concepts. For this chapter we need to clear all the concept, because so many exceptions are here, and that exception are important for your coming board examination. So in this chapter we have so many exception. To understand this exception we need to clear all the concept, that is all the basic concept. Part 1 video. In this part our main focus is only acid, because slowly we can build our concept, not in a single video. It is not possible, we are not machine. So in a slowly manner we will complete all the concept. In this part I will try to complete the concept of acids. So let's get started. Look at the board. First understand the concept, later I will provide, later means in this video, after discussing the concept, then I will provide you the definition, examples and all for your exam. So first, acid. Look at the board, give the focus here. Acid is a compound. I give the keywords. If you don't write this word in the examination paper, then you will not get the full marks. Suppose a definition will come in the exam, define the acid. So if you write something, then the teacher will not provide you the full marks. Why? The keywords, example, everything are required, because it is not a simple paper, it is the board paper. You need to cover all the points regarding the word. If this question will come, define acids, so define acids, so you need to cover all the key terms along with the example. So give focus. So what is an acid? The keyword acid is a compound that contain hydrogen atom, but this hydrogen atom, when dissolve in water, it produce hydronium ion, that is H3O+. So these four are the keywords to define the acid. Now if you join these four words and make a sentence, this is the definition of an acid. Okay, so always try to understand, don't memorize the definition, understand the key term. Now you join the key term, make your own definition. Don't memorize the definition from any other book or any notes, it is not required. Learn the key term and join them. So again the definition: acid is a compound which contain hydrogen atom, when dissolved in water produce hydronium ion, is called acid. So write down your own definition. Do you understand? Okay, now next point: when any acid, that is acid a compound that contain hydrogen, when dissolved in water it produce hydronium ion. Now it is hydronium ion, it is only the positive ion present in solvent or solution. That is, when you dissolve acid, dissolve in water, it produces H3O plus, and it is only the positive ion, no other positive ion present in the solution. When you dissolve in acid in water, when you dissolve in acid in water, only the H3O plus will form. Do you understand? Now, so our definition is done. Now the second point, it is the first point. Now the second point, make this point wise note, it is better for your exam. Cover this short question as well as the long question. Now next point, look at the board. Suppose I choose any acid, suppose HCl. Do you know what is the general formula of an acid? See, acid means H and A for acid. So generally an acid represented by HA. H, why? What is the importance of this H? Acid always contain H atom. See, a compound contain H. So H for this atom and A for acid. So generally acid represented by HA. Now, when these HCl dissolve or dissociate, it will form H plus Cl minus. Look at the board. When any acid dissociate, when any acid dissociate, a H plus ion will form. But the main problem is that it is not stable. Not stable, and it cannot, you can write here, cannot exist, it cannot exist independently. That is, as a single ion, it cannot exist, not stable or cannot exist independently. Do you understand? Single ion it cannot exist. So now the problem is that it cannot exist. So how will you define an acid? Give focus. Acid when dissociate must form H plus ion, but it cannot exist independently. So see the word. Acid a compound contain H. See, H we have, but it cannot exist independently or not stable. So when this is dissolved in water, so when these H plus dissolve in water, in the part 1 I discuss, see H2 and this one, so how many H? 3, so H3O and plus. It exists independently. It cannot exist independently, but it exists independently. Do you understand? Okay, so when any acid word is important, dissociate, it will form H plus, that not stable and cannot exist independently. But this word independently, it exists independently. Which one? This H plus when dissolved in water, see, when dissolved in water it will produce what? H3O plus. H3O plus means C, dissolve in water, produce H3O plus. H3O plus, hydronium ion, which is only positive charge. So this is the concept. Okay, so it is independently cannot exist, it can exist. Do you understand? Okay, now our next point. So if I'll ask you a question, which atom is common in acid? Which atom? Hydrogen atom. Okay, so many MCQs are here. Which atom present? What is the only, see what is the, okay, when H dissociate it from H plus, but it is unstable, not stable, it produces H3O plus. So if I'll ask a question, acid produce which stable positive charge? See, only the positive charge or ion. So your answer is not H plus, your answer is H3O plus. Why? It is not stable. So which atom commonly present in acid? First question, H. What is the stable positive charge that produced by an acid? Hydronium ion. Do you understand? And third definition of an acid. Okay, now our next point, listen, when this question will come in exam, define an acid. Always try to give a continuation point. Means suppose this question may come, define acid, only don't write down the definition. Acid is a compound which contain one or more, which contain one, at least one, see, which contain H plus, I mean H atom, one or more. One or more means, see, HCl, how many H? 1. H2SO4, how many? 2. H3PO4, how many? 3. Do you understand? So one or more hydrogen atom that when dissolved in water produce hydronium ion, that is only the positive charge present in the solvent. But if this question will come, define acid, don't only give the definition. Along with the definition, you have to give an example, at least one. So example of an acid is these all: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. You can give CH3COOH, name is acetic acid. Okay, so many examples are there. Understand? So done. Okay. So we can also write H plus when dissolved in water produce H3O plus ion, name is hydronium ion. So what is this? What is the name of this stable ion produced by an acid? H plus or H3O plus? Obviously answer is H3O plus. Now can you tell me one mistake from this formula H3O plus? One mistake is here. Which one? See, how many hydrogen? 3. So 3. Then how many oxygen? O. Now the positive charge over H or over oxygen? Over H, but here over oxygen. So generally it is written instead of H3O plus O, H3 then plus. Okay, it is the common manner to write H3O plus. So generally if you write this one, it is wrong. No, it is not wrong. You can write this one. This is the general practice. For general practice, we generally represent H3O plus in H3O plus manner instead of OH3 plus. Do you know why? Generally first write electropositive element followed by electronegative element. This is the basic manner to write down a formula. First electropositive followed by electronegative, not first electronegative then electropositive. So that's why both are correct, but this is general manner. Okay, done. Okay. So it is, you can write it under a note. Under a note you can write. So done. Now one of the best book for ICSE class 10 is concise. If you first watch this video, then make your own note. After reading this note, watching this video, prepare your own note. Then after reading your self note, then if you one time read the Selena, that is concise, then you can understand why these videos, all the videos are very important or helpful for your board examination, because I cover all the lines, all the points, all the concept, definition, example, everything in these all videos. So prepare it properly. Now our next topic, that is topic number 3 in today's class. Give heading classification of an acid. Give heading classification of an acid. Classification of an acid. Look at the word. Generally, this word generally is very important. Okay, why? I will tell later. Generally, acids are two types. You can make in this way, that is in column manner. Organic acid and another is inorganic acid. Give focus. If you understand the main points, then you can able to write any question answers from this topic. Organic acid and inorganic acid. Now the another name of inorganic acid is mineral acid. Why it is so called? Why it is called mineral acid? This is a question I will discuss later. You can write down the question, why it is so called. It is so called, or why it is called mineral acid. Okay, first this I will discuss later after give the definition. First the definition. Point number A, definition. Now the inorganic acid is a compound that generally obtained in plants. So right, organic acid is a compound that generally obtained in plants. That generally obtained in plants. Okay, obtain in plants. And okay, first I give the points, you join the points and make the definition. A compound obtained in plants. First, this inorganic acid is a compound that obtained in mineral. Do you understand the answer of this question, why it is so called? Since the inorganic acid are generally found or obtained from the minerals, that is why it is also called mineral acid. Do you understand? Okay, now there is no another name of organic acid. Another name of inorganic is mineral, but there is no another name of organic acid. Now next point, definition is done. Okay, make these 2 points, 1 2 3 points, 1 2 3 points, and make your own definition that I already told. Organic acid is a compound that obtained generally from the plants, is called organic acid. Now the second point. Second point is elements. Look at the board. Keeping in your mind, organic acid must be contain carbon atom. Organic acid must be contain carbon atom, carbon along with hydrogen. Since it is contain carbon, that is why it is called organic acid, because What is an organic compound? Organic compound means generally compound must contain carbon. So since these acid contain carbon, it is also called organic acid. Now here carbon plus oxygen, and here only carbon plus hydrogen, and here only hydrogen, no carbon atom is present, no carbon atom. But in chemistry we have exception, so exception I will tell later. Okay. Now third point, point number 3. Point number 3, that is C. Point number 3 is dissociation. Look at the board. If we have the organic acid, suppose you choose the formula of the organic acid is HA. Dissociate means cleavage, that is breakdown. When the organic acid cleavage, the manner of cleavage the organic acid is reversible sign, H plus and A minus. But try to understand the dissociation of inorganic acid. Suppose you choose an inorganic acid is HA, it cleavage and form H plus and A minus. So what is the main difference? The difference is these two arrow. Means when inorganic acid is there, it cleavage only. See, it cleavage HA breakdown and form H plus A minus, always break. But here this upper arrow, see, upper arrow means right hand side. So HA cleavage to form H plus A minus, and again the lower arrow indicate come back. They join together and again come back to HA. Do you understand? But there is only cleavage. They cleavage and join and come back. So from these we can conclude that in inorganic acid there is only ions. Inorganic acid contains only ions, whereas organic acid there is ions, obviously ions, but ions combine to form molecule. So our third point is that after the dissociation of organic acid produce ion as well as the molecule. Very very important question from the for the section A for ICSE coming board. Section A, organic acid contain both ion and molecules, whereas inorganic acid contain only ion. Okay, now I rub this heading. I think all of you already note down it. Now next point is, I add this next point under the C. Can you tell me which arrow between these two, which arrow indicates weak acid and which arrow indicates strong acid? Understand, strong means always breakdown, cleavage. It is not strong. Why? It cleavage and come back, cleavage and come back. So generally organic acids are weak, whereas generally inorganic acid are strong acid. Do you understand? It is not weak, it is not weak acid, it is weak. Do you understand? Okay, so done. Now example, point number D and last, examples. Okay, so you can box this, it is weak and it is strong, you can box this too. Okay, now example, tell me organic acid contain which of the two atoms? First is carbon and hydrogen. So see, HCl. Tell me, answer is, example is correct. H is there, organic acid, H and C both, C is here, so example is wrong. Next, H2SO4. H is there, carbon is there, example is wrong. Do you understand? Nitric acid, HNO3. Hydrogen is here, carbon? No. Wait. Inorganic acid. This is part of inorganic. Inorganic acid contain only H. There is no carbon. So all of these are the examples of inorganic acid. Do you understand? All of these are the example of inorganic acid. Now what is the example of organic acid? The examples of organic acid is CH3, already told at the first of this video, acetic acid. Acetic acid, C, there is both hydrogen as well as carbon. Acetic acid. Second, HCOOH, it is called formic acid. Now wait, this group, no, COOH, this group is called acid group. Look at the board, idea, this is important in organic portion. Whenever I will discuss the organic, then you can understand also this. Acid means COOH. When any acid group attached with H, then what form will come? FORM, form. So when acid attached with H, so form formic acid. But when acid which attached with CH3, then it is called acetic acid. Okay. These are the general name. IUPAC name also be there. Whenever I will discuss the organic chemistry, then I will discuss this concept of IUPAC nomenclature. Its IUPAC nomenclature is this: ethanoic acid. It is called methanoic acid. Don't write down the name right now. Whenever I will discuss the organic, I obviously discuss this part. So acetic acid, formic acid. Now this formic acid, what is the source? I already told. Organic acid available in the plants generally, nature, plants or animal. Formic acid available, you can write, important. Formic acid are available in the sting of the bee or the ants. Okay, so formic acid available in the sting of bees or not or and ants. Okay, so done. Now acetic acid available in vinegar. Vinegar we generally use in to cook something. So in cooking process we use the vinegar. Vinegar contain acetic acid. Okay, now next example, example 1, example 2, example 3, oxalic acid. Oxalic acid, formula of oxalic acid, this COOH. See, all contain acid group, acid. Oxalic acid is COOH. Okay, so you can write in this short way also. How many carbons? 2, C2. How many hydrogen? 2. How many oxygen? 4. So C2H2O4. Okay, oxalic acid present in tomatoes. Okay, in tomato oxalic acid available. Formic acid sting of the bees and the ants, and it is present in vinegar. Okay, I already told the example of inorganic acid: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. Now exception under note. Exception is important for your board. Note exception. H2CO3 name is carbonic acid. Tell me, organic acid contain 2 atoms, hydrogen and carbon, and inorganic acid only hydrogen. Here hydrogen and carbon both are present. Both are present, but it is a mineral acid. That is inorganic acid. Now tell me, so one exception done. Now tell me, inorganic acid, that now I discuss. Inorganic acid is strong acid, but though it is inorganic or mineral acid, it is weak acid. Weak acid. 2H, because 2H is here, so 2H plus and CO3 2 minus. Weak acid. So second exception, though it is inorganic but it is weak acid. Done. So first exception, second exception. Now since it is an acid but it is weak acid, since it is weak, we generally use this acid in soft drink, that is cold drink. In cold drink, carbonic acid is generally used to enhance its taste. So in carbonic acid used in soft drink because it is a weak acid. Understand? So done. Now tell me, so this note and exception done. Now tell me, generally how many types of acid are available? That I discussed. 2 types: inorganic acid, that is organic acid, and inorganic acid. Now again under note, again give heading classification of an acid. Classification of an acid. Now again acid are 2 types. One is called oxy acid. Okay, first give the focus on the term oxy acid. Now tell me, in acid which atom is present compulsorily? H atom. So see, H atom. And oxy means oxygen. So what is an oxy acid? Oxy acid is a compound, or oxy acid is an acid that must contain oxygen atom along with the hydrogen atom. Example, see, H2SO4. See, hydrogen, oxygen is present. So write down the definition of oxy acid. Make your own definition. Pause the video and write down it, then match with my definition. Oxy acid is an acid which contain oxygen atom along with the hydrogen atom. If this question will come, define oxy acid, must give the example if it is not mentioned in your question paper. Okay, so now okay, done. Can you give the another example of oxy acid? Tell me. HNO3. See, hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, oxygen. Now here one extra sulfur atom is present, here extra another atom nitrogen is present. Now again, what is the definition of an oxy acid? An acid which contain oxygen along with hydrogen. So hydrogen along with oxygen, both done, and other element. Other element means here sulfur, here nitrogen. So an oxo acid is an acid which contain oxygen atom along with the hydrogen and some other atoms or some other element, then this acid is called oxy acid. Done? Okay, so it is done. Now next, hydra acid, or you can omit any one of these. A hydracid. Hydracid. Okay, give focus. Okay, acid means compulsorily contain what? H. Same H. Here oxo, that is why oxygen. But here after hydrogen, hydra. So hydra means H. So here both are H. Do you understand the difference? Here H along with oxygen and some other elements. And here both term indicate 2 different atoms. Here both term indicate the same atom. So here the hydrogen along with any other non-metal. So tell me the definition of hydracid. Hydracid is an acid which contain hydrogen atom along with some non-metallic element. Non-metal. So non-metal is bromine, chlorine. So these are the example of hydrocide. So done. These two type of examples we have. Okay. So today I discuss up to this. Next class I'll come with the concept of strength of an acid. What is the strength? What is an weak acid? What is an strong acid? Hydrogen's effect on the strength of the acid. How? Okay, so in next class we have so many concept. So prepare this up to this concept. Make your own note. Next day I will come with the part 3. And if you want to practice question answer, I will start a question bank series. This question bank series contain previous year question paper, previous year question, but most importantly previous year question but chapter wise from this topic which question already came. So previous year question, in-text question from concise, exercise, that 3 I covered. If you covered a chapter, if you complete all this note, that is all the videos, prepare your own note, and if you cover the question bank series, no other notes, no other concept will require for your board to get the full marks. Okay, and if you again practice more question, you can join our WhatsApp channel, link given in description box. So thank you.